Good day, UA&P, Metro Manila, Luzon, the Philippines, the world, the universe. Welcome back to Discussion Room 95. I'm your host, Mr. Kyle Valencia. Tatawa na yung mga guests namin. And yes, meron kaming mga special guests today. People na are way above our pay grade. Ibang level. Kabadong-kabado na ako. I'll give everyone na lang a rundown of a lot of the things na achieve nyo. Kasi feeling namin, pag pinabayaan namin na kayo lang mag-interviews, baka maging humble pa kayo. Like, these people, guys, to everyone who's watching, these people are certainly no joke. Sobrang, kung fan kayo ng anything from vlogging, to YouTube, to graphic design, to OPM, talagang kilala nyo na siguro sila by now. Okay, so, first up, I'll introduce you guys and then mag-hi na lang kayo. Like, if you wanna say something about being on the show, kinakabahan ba kayo? Or anything, kasi mas kinakabahan ako. Right? Okay. So, first up is someone who graduated from the Ateneo. The Ateneo talaga. Graduated Bachelor of Fine Arts and has a degree in Information Design. Was a freelancer and was a creative director as well. Sobrang the dream. Sana one day din ako din. And not too long ago, finished residency at the School of Visual Arts in, guys, for all of the viewers out there, talagang big time talaga to. As in, New York City. Wild. As in, New York City talaga, guys. Okay, so.
Grabe naman.
Chef, na-feature na sa Rappler with the Public, The Design Kids, Spot PH, Girls Club Asia, When in Manila, SM Women. Madami ng talks na nabigay sa mga different universities and events and is working with a lot of clients na yung listahan is long on our show. Okay, so welcome to the stage, Miss Jill Arteche. Yay! Woohoo! Say hi na lang.
Thank you, guys.
Jill.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello to the world. Oh, thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited.
To the world talaga. Okay, so up next talaga. Ito, if you're an OPM junkie, imposibleng di yung pakilala. The bassist of the one, the only, Flamingo, na yung band nila has made rounds in various events and music festivals like The Rest is Noise and Wanderland. Billie sa school namin, UA&P, talagang patayan the week before Wanderland, as in to get tickets. So I'm sure a lot of my friends in school already know who you are. This person has played at the Mosiak Music Weekend in Singapore and Shine on Stage Hong Kong. And their recent album, released April 24, 2020, has already over 1 million streams on Spotify. Welcome to the show, Miss Billie Dela Paz. Yay!
Hello, Luzon, Pilipinas, world, universe.
Miss Billie, I just want to say, like, kasi I live province ko is La Union. So, madami ang road trip. Pag nag-road trip, siguro yung songs yung Inconsistencies. As in, mga 20 beses ko siya napiplay. As in, sobrang fan talaga.
Thank you. Kumita ang kabahayan.
Okay. So, last and certainly not least is sa mga friends ko in college. As in, ito talaga yung mga taong sinisita ako dahil I drink iced tea too much daw. Okay, so this person started September 18, 2018 sa YouTube. And believe it or not, guys, for everyone there na gusto mag-YouTube, 38.2 million total views na. 792K subscribers and works with multiple brands. As in, sobrang idol talaga. Way. As in, parang libag lang yung viewership ng DR95. As in, like, medyo malayo. Welcome, Miss Kelly Cruz, or aka Miss Kelly Choose.
Hello. Hi, world. I'm shy.
Hi, world.
No.
Okay. Guys, okay maniniwala. Ako pinaka na shy dito. Obviously. Anyway, so, without further ado, as in, like, let's just go start the show. Ang dami namin questions for you guys about culture, your passion, everything under the sun, really, about your craft and the art you guys do. So, without further ado, cue the intro. Welcome back, everyone who's watching. Thank you. Umabot kayo. Lagpas ng intro. Okay, so to start off the show, we have a few questions na hindi namin binigay to our guests. And like, medyo panggulat siya, right? Like, kailangan, let's see what they have to say. Unahin ko na si Miss Bill, right? Unahin ko na si Miss Bill.
Naku.
Please, Billy. Okay, so I have a question. Why do you prefer the Black Eyed Peas without Fergie?
Oh, yeah. Because in the 90s, when Fergie wasn't there yet, they made really cool songs. Like,
As compared to when she was there?
yeah, I believe so. I very much believe so. They were more street R&B, as in cool, slow.
Tapos nag-move sila to pop. Naging
Tapos
pop sila.
rap, as in, yeah. Tapos naging Don't Funk With My Heart. Tapos parang, alright,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good
I don't
answer. Akala ko mas mahirapan kayo in answering it. Okay. Research team,
Trying.
galingan natin next time, please.
Yes,
Thank you.
I agree.
Okay. Kelly, I have a question.
Ooh.
Okay. You've eaten a lot of food in your videos. Kasi madami talaga. So, what do you think is give me 5 food na never mong kakainin for YouTube? As in, pang mukbang.
Oh, for YouTube. For mukbang, I'd never eat siomai.
What
Pesto.
the? Una pa lang eh, nag-react. Sorry. Go.
Siomai, pesto,
Pesto?
crabs.
Yeah. Ano ba? Tubig? Ano ba?
Tubig? Oo, pwede. Hindi ako bilang tubig eh. Tubig, pati iced tea.
Wow!
Para sa'yo.
Okay, so that's basically lahat ng kinakain namin as college students. Siomai is the ultimate tipid, Well,
Hindi,
sa bagay,
food poison ako. May story naman kasi. Hindi naman,
sa siomai,
yeah. Oo.
sige. So guys, kung siomai lover kayo, alam niyo na. Kelly.
Sorry.
Anyway, so last and certainly not the least, Miss Jill. I keep saying Miss. I'm so sorry, guys. Pero, okay. What makes you want to draw someone you encounter? Kasi we heard that we've seen your visual diary on your website. Like, so may follow-up question siya. What makes you want to draw them? That's one. And also, meron bang criteria? Ano bang kailangan meron yung tao para i-draw? Kailangan ba gwapo? Kailangan ba funny? Kailangan ba isa lang yung mata? Like, ano bang kailangan na natin para ma-drawing? Yes.
Well, for me, interesting lang to draw. I mean, pag may nakikita akong tao, yung features niya, like, different. I mean, medyo biased siya, but like, there are certain features na I like to draw. So, like, that's like, it depends eh. Basta like, nafe-feel mo lang.
Basta kailangan interesting.
Nafe-feel mo lang.
Interesting ba? So,
Yeah,
mga tipong
interesting.
may arm na lumalabas sa leeg or something. Parang ganun. Kailangan mo medyo like, wow! Wow!
Ganon.
Okay. Sige.
Oo.
Okay, anyway, so for all our viewers, baka kasi sila parang, Kyle, ano ba mga tinatanong mo? Okay, so we have a lot of questions. So let's start muna with your craft. Kasi I think a lot of our viewers are also like artists or like want to be artists or like me na feeling artist, di ba? So we would like to ask you guys more stuff about your craft. So in terms of like, for music, for vlogging, for graphic design, where did you guys start? Or ano yung parang ultimate calling? Like anyone can start. Like who wants to answer first? Sige. Kelly, gusto mo ikaw na. Ikaw na, Kelly. Go.
Yeah, kasi I always wanted to be an actress. Ready.
ready. Yes.
Parang gusto ko talaga napapanood yung sarili ko sa screen. Bata pa lang ako.
Mm-hmm.
Pero nagsimula ako puro theater lang. As in, never ako talagang napunta sa commercial kasi wala akong connections. Eh, yun yung kailangan, di ba? Parang kailangan may kilala ka from prod team, from TV networks. So, naisip ko na may camera naman ako, buhay naman ako. So, gawin ko na muna on my own.
So ganun lang, you just went for it.
Ko lang, yeah.
Talaga?
Yes.
Guys, 800,000 subscribers. Just go for it. Guys, just go for it. Okay, so ikaw, Miss, like specifically for you also, ako kasi graphic design, overlay course ko. So like for you naman, I'm guessing mas maaga mong
Yeah. Well, for me, parang I think important to distinguish that there's a difference between being a designer and an artist. So parang akala ko the same lang silang dalawa. So that's why I ended up pursuing graphic design because akala ko designer na ako kasi nagdo-drawing ako. But then um well, the art, in terms of like the craft itself, like drawing itself, it started like when I was as a kid, it started as a hobby. Parang I was a quiet child who just liked to draw in the corner. And then growing up, parang it became a passion. And then when I got to college, that's when I realized na, okay, ito lang yung kaya ko gawin sa buhay ko. Na parang, um, I knew na it's something that I can do well. Um, so parang sabi ko, okay, so this is art or nothing. So I can't dance, I can't sing, I can't act. Uh, so parang I was like, okay, drawing na. I wanna make a living through art. So parang ganun. Hello.
Okay. Hello. Okay. So sorry guys for everyone who's watching out there and nakikita na naglalag si Miss Jill. Don't worry, may recording pa rin naman ang voice niya. So, maririnig nyo pa rin. Yung video lang medyo naglalag. Don't worry, ganun talaga life. And wala si Miss Jill. She'll be back. For you, Billy. Okay, yun. Tama. Sabi mo in one of your interviews before, di ba, na parang medyo biglaan yung, di ba, you guys had, parang meron na kayong gig na parang you had 2 weeks to prepare, tapos sinabi mo na you wrote your 5 songs in 2 weeks. So how since you're part of a band, and I would love to know if you, in terms of the bass, right? And medyo rare instrument siya. How did you start there? And then eventually, how did you say na parang, okay, I want to join a band?
Oh, that's a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I just really had an inclination for music. So anything musical, it's there. I always do it. So pag may piano, I just play with it. And then nung may guitar na yung brother ko, I played with it. Ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. So I only learned the basics. No formal training. But in high school, I joined the club, yung mga high school club. It was called Making the Band. And then I had bandmates na from Ateneo High School, and we played together. But it stopped eventually. But in college, that's when I started again. So I joined another org called Music Circle. That's where I met half of O Flamingo. Tapos, actually, hindi ako bassist. I was a drummer. So I don't know what happened there. Parang na-realize ko na ayoko ng drums. Tapos parang, sige, try natin mag-bass. Tapos nung magta-try na ako mag-bass, sabi ko, Howard, gawa tayong banda. Kailangan ko matutong mag-bass. So, yun. That's it. I learned
That's
the
cool.
bass because of the band. Yeah.
Talaga? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then sumakto. Oh, may gig tayo 2 weeks from now. Let's make 5 songs. And I don't know how to play the bass. Let's just do it.
Wow.
Sabi nga, di ba, ni Kelly, just go for it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Ayun.
so imagine guys, imagine. So natuto siya mag-bass because of necessity kasi mag-start na sila ng band.
Yeah.
Tapos ngayon lagpas 1 million streams na sila sa Spotify. Sana lahat ng tao ganun ka-talented. Please. Anyway, pero so yung question ko, okay, welcome back Miss Jill. Guys, yung mga viewers natin, like kung aangal pa kayo, imposibleng di nyo na-experience may ma-disconnect sa Zoom. Okay, at this point, gets nyo na yan. Okay. So, yung next question ko is, like, anyone can jump in. In terms of your craft, aside from just practicing, like, how do you get good at it? Like, meron ba kayong tips for, like, kunyari for me, di ba? Parang feeling illustrator din kasi ako, Jill, eh. So, hindi ako gumagaling. Kahit practice ako ng practice. So, ano bang, what advice can you guys give to people trying to practice a craft aside from the regular just practice? Anyone
Can
can
I start
jump in.
I'll start it.
Go, yeah.
So in music, well, not just in music, actually in everything, even my job, you have to research, you have to look at the work of other people, because without looking at the work of other people, you'll never expand your horizons and expand your knowledge, and you'll get stuck with what you think is good in your mind. Diba? So I think it's very important. Like as a musician, you listen to anything anything at all, not even your favorite song. So kahit na yung Black Eyed Peas with Fergie, papakinggan ko yun.
Yun. Oo.
To learn about it, right? What makes it work? What makes it good? And then I learned, and then I try to to play it, and then ganyan, blah blah blah. So I think apart from practice, it's really research, also.
That's cool. Okay. Ikaw Kelly, how did you become the mukbang queen?
Hindi, I think malaki yung natulong sa akin ng past ko with theater. I mean, mas naging expressive kasi talaga yung facial expression pagtulit. Mas expressive akong tao dahil doon. So, nakikita ng mga, parang hindi lang kasi yung pagkain yung napapanood sa akin, I think. Pati yung mga reacts ko. Na kahit naka-mute siguro yung video ko, na alam mo kung ano yung nararamdaman ko. Parang ganon. Do you understand?
Yeah. Pero kasi, pero feeling ko in terms of you, di ba? Parang, do you think ba meron specific parang characteristic that someone na on YouTube needs to have? Like, kailangan ba super giddy? Or kailangan ba super artsy? Or makulit ba? Or anything?
I think you just have to be yourself. It sounds so corny, pero feeling ko talaga, parang it's key for everything.
Actually, that's a good question. While we're waiting rin for Jill, is how did you guys find your personal style? Kasi pansin ko nga, looking at from your work ni Miss Jill to yung music ng Flamingo to your vlogs, Kelly, and yung mga mukbang nyo, like very distinct siya. Like, is it because like is it just who you are, or may influences from the outside? Like, how do you guys think you discovered your personal branding as Miss Billie's profession is? Yeah. Sige.
Branding. In branding, it's what people think of you. So what do you think of me? What did you see? So I know what my branding is.
Huh? No, I mean like even the craft itself, like regardless of the brand, like the brand that yung product ninyo, like music or the videos, what do they instill to people, diba? So in terms of making the craft man lang, at least, how did you create your own personal style? Yeah.
It's really mostly coming from what was fun to make. So it wasn't trying to be anything. So kung ano yung fun to make, yun na siya. Tapos nag-grow na lang siya, I guess yun it just naturally grows eh.
For you, Kelly, like in personal
to be
style.
honest kasi, di ba, I'm counted as a YouTuber now. Pero ako mismo hindi ako nanonood kasi ng YouTube. So,
wow.
Freestyle yung ginawa ko nung una. So, ayun. Kaya, feeling ko, puro personality ko talaga. So, pag may nagsasabi siguro sa akin na parang, uy, parang ginaya mo si Blank, parang hindi ko talaga sinasadya. Kasi, hindi ko rin siya kilala. Parang ganun. So,
Okay. Sige. So, weird question, right? So, like, paano naman kung someone na parang, regardless of the craft, di ba? Like, someone na may personal style siya, tapos, he puts himself or herself out there, tapos hindi talaga pumatok, right? Like, so what do you think is the difference between someone in the arts world, regardless if it's music or vlogging or graphic design nga, what's the difference of someone that succeeds in hindi? Kasi sometimes meron sobrang galing talaga doon na parang, world's best kept secret na hindi lang talaga like naging parang fruitful yung art niya. So what do you think is like yung number one thing, yung key difference on what made you guys succeed in your field?
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's a loaded question.
Oh my. We're getting deep. We're getting deep.
Loaded question. Okay, I think that's the thing kasi with music, no? It's not, what's the word? There's a word for that. It's not, I saw a video about it eh. Hindi siya about your skill per se. It's of like introducing yourself to people or networking or like making friends. I think it's very important to make friends in the community that you're trying to join. And kung hindi mo ginawa yon, your music will just get stuck with you even if you've practiced so long. Yun siya, I think. Yeah,
Interest.
that's for me.
Yeah, I feel like, lalo na in music, no, Miss Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, syempre OPM, di ba, parang, it seems like, madaming nagtatry talaga mag-band, and feeling ko nga, those na parang, nagkukulong lang sa kwarto, medyo, nagkukulong lang sila, practice lang ng practice, hindi nga sila sumisikat as much as yung people na are way out there. So, like, super great insight from Billie right there.
Although,
Mm-mm.
don't get me wrong, it's if your goal is to be a bedroom musician, that's also fun. I mean, if you feel like you're growing in your hobby by yourself, then that's also okay. Yeah. If your goal is not to be popular naman or not to share your music with anyone, that's also fine. I
But
think.
like siguro to get like mga big gigs, no, and like getting your name out there, you really have to like get out there, right?
Yeah, you really have to.
Okay.
I'm sure even in YouTube or in the art world, that's
Mm-mm.
also how it works.
Actually, good transition natin. Kelly,
Uh-huh.
kasi sa
Yeah,
YouTube,
kaya mo
sobrang dami kong
i-maximize.
kilalang
You have
nagtatry.
to maximize all the social media platforms talaga. Na, kung gusto mo talaga makilala ka, di ba? Hindi pwedeng kung sa YouTube ka, andun ka lang. Parang you have to inform Instagrammers or Facebookers, your family, di ba?
Facebookers. Okay. 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 Pero, yun nga, siguro, in terms of you, Kelly, like, aside from using the social media, meron bang parang immediate community of YouTubers? Kasi I know for OPM, or at least hindi naman lahat, di ba? Pero a lot of the bands know each other. Alam mo yan, yung mga organizers, parang they organize, like, they meet each other. A lot magkakilala sila. So, sa YouTube ba may ganong community?
Meron, pero madalas magkakakilala lang kayo pag meron kayong management. Parang doon lang kami nagkasama-sama kasi. Yeah.
Okay.
Doon ko lang sila nakikilala. Pag meron kaming event na pupuntahan, doon sila namin.
Okay. So, hi Jill, na-miss ka namin.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. So, yung just to like go back to the question, no? Like, for you naman, Jill, I have a question na madaming magaling na graphic designers, right? So, how do you start a portfolio kung fresh after college ka? Well, sobrang the future question, if familiar kayo. Anyway, yeah.
Well, graphic design or like art or like, kasi like I said, parang iba-iba siya. So like it would really depend on the job that you're applying for, if you're applying for a job. So parang in my case, since I started as a designer for like agencies, parang I couldn't include like my artworks, paintings and stuff like that because I'm not applying as an artist. I'm applying for as a designer. So parang if you're gonna do that, I mean in general, generally speaking, parang to make a portfolio, siguro you start with the works that you made in college. So for example, you had orgs. You put that, you curate it, you like maybe get like three best works from there. And then by the time you graduate, the key actually is you make your own passion projects. So parang kunwari you're a designer, you know parang nangyayari ngayon puro mga pansit canton yung parang on Facebook, you see that? Yeah, parang parang oh parang oh, parang puro rebrand ng Pancit Canton, parang mga ganon. So, parang you can start as parang mga ganon. So, like passion project, rebranding, like your favorite um brand, you make it your own. Or if you're applying to be an illustrator, make a passion project out of like basta it's basically about passion projects. And I feel like that's something that a lot of fresh grads forget. Na parang they only put in the work that they did in college, but then actually what employers are looking for is if you can actually make something from your own initiative, parang ganon, because they want to see that you have initiative in creating things. And I feel that that is a positive thing. So yun.
Okay, great answer. Super great answer. Actually, yung next, speaking of design, so actually something na we picked up on one of our kami sa DR95, yung favorite YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with The Future, as in sila Chris Do. Basta they talk about design and the business of design. And they were talking about kung meron bang influence or may tulong ba talaga college education mo to your career if you wanna push the whole arts, right? Like if you wanna push like for an unorthodox career, like hindi siya per se like let's say being a vlogger, or I'm sure Billy, though you work meron kayong office, or Jill that nag-work ka na sa agency, I'm sure even like yung side hustle nyo or like yung ibang priorities nyo like of the band or like sources of income, hindi siya orthodox eh. Do you get me? So, do you think nakakatulong ba yung college education nyo in terms of that one naman? Yung success ninyo and all? Sige.
Ako, yes.
Si Billy, can you go first? Yes! Yes, ikaw? Kasi your course, no?
Oo,
fits in
did you
the
mention my
criteria.
Media and Entertainment Management. So,
Mm.
yeah, parang saktong-sakto actually yung course ko sa gusto kong mangyari sa buhay ko.
Mm. Okay, so perfect. So, ikaw, Jill, specifically for you, like super.
I feel like, yeah, even if skill-based siya, you actually, ano ba to? Okay, so so I took information design, so that's like graphic design and like art mixed together. What I learned is actually I got introduced to the digital platform because um I started as an artist, yung parang ano lang, pencil, paint. So I wasn't really like I wasn't like illustrating with my laptop yet, and I didn't know how. But then when I got to college, parang everyone was just like using the platform, like digital. They were like um drawing with their tablets and stuff like that. And then from there, parang I got my tablet, and then it never stopped na. Like we're like digital na ako, kaya hirap na ako ngayon mag-pencil. um but um uh but what I learned also is like how you can use the platform to market yourself. Does that make sense? Gets ba? Parang ganun. Parang, yeah. So parang, that's what I learned. And also, I got to meet, like, a community, which is important. Yung ganun. Ganun.
Miss Jill, question lang. Are you recording also with your voice recorder?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all good. Okay. How about you, Billy? Question. Did it help you in specific?
No.
At all?
Unpopular opinion. But no, in college, I took up broadcast communication. So that's radio production, TV production, yung ganyan. Wala. I'm not using it. My first job is in advertising. So, yeah, it's not really related. I tried for fine arts. They rejected me twice. So that didn't work. But whatever. I'm an art director now. So it's okay. In music, no, I didn't take anything music. Yeah, actually, I don't use my college education. Except siguro the theory part. Critical thinking. I guess in UP,
Yeah.
that's what you're taught. So it's a lot of theory. I always remember Marshall McLuhan and the Global Village. Mga ganong theory. Pero I use it sometimes, but not always. But it makes
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Actually, funny story. Same, di ba? So I'm graduating, but like, I'm sort of working na rin. Tapos, ano din, agency rin ako. Ad agency rin. Pero yung course ko, as in BA. So, pero for me, same din, yun din. Siguro yung mga natutunan ko, principle lang. Like, kanya sa UA&P. If sa UP critical thinking, di ba, sa amin, values. Values is the ultimate UA&P peg. So anyway, okay. So, we'll take a break muna. Tapos we'll move on more of like specific career questions. Do you feel? Okay. So, okay. So, cut muna siya. You guys can relax. Jill, buti na lang umokay internet mo. Good job.
Thank you. Takot ako. Nag-curse na ako dito. Sorry sa recording.
Sige, yung mga next question namin talagang medyo mas deep.
Sa
Hindi ba mas
career,
deep?
right? careers.
As in mga criticism, mga ganun. Like, basta, gets yun na yun. I'm sure nakatanong na sa inyo yun before, for sure.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Sige, so, do you wanna take a break kahit mga 3 minutes? Or do you guys wanna just go for it? Anything, G lang.
Yeah.
G lang, habang okay pa yung
Yung internet. Ikaw, Kelly.
Zoom ko.
Good.
Gusto mo mag one game muna. Joke lang. Anyway, sige. Okay, sige. Joke lang. Okay. So, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so, for our next question, for our amazing guest question. So, one of the perils, I think, hindi ko naman alam kasi walang may kilala sa akin. Pero one of the things that maybe people don't understand is like the more you get out there, mas sumikat ka, right? You're more susceptible to criticism. It's like you're opening your life to the world. Especially, lalo na all three of you, a chunk of your, parang yung art nyo or yung career nyo is predicated sa social media, right? And anyone can just like leave a comment or anyone can just like parang message you. So, how do you guys deal with that? Kasi for people like us na walang may kilala, I don't think feeling ko kami yung mga people na parang nag-comment or like di naiintindihan yung sensitive side of like being famous. So, anyone can jump in na lang.
Ako nung una, dinadamdam ko agad. Parang may isang dislike lang. Parang sira na yung araw ko. Malungkot na ako buong araw. Pero ngayon, wala, natawa ka na lang. Kasi, go lang. Not everyone has to like you. Yes. Kaya, gets ko lang din sila. So, okay, thanks for that. But I'm gonna continue what I'm doing.
Yon. Okay.
Galing. Ako like, ay, sige ko. Okay. Ako like, same with Kelly. Like, first parang dinadamdam ko yun, umiiyak ako minsan. But then over time, you get stronger. But then, on a serious note, sometimes you have to listen also as, basta, you have to listen also because sometimes yung mga critique ng tao actually, it doesn't mean naman that they hate you or they hate your work. Sometimes you have to listen and understand what they're really trying to say. Some are actually just saying, I like your work, but it could be better by blank. So that's one. But at the end of the day, you have to know that it's your own work. So it's your own basta it's your own decision if you wanna listen to them or not. And also what I learned is parang kapag naman yung critique nila super bad, as in, hindi na siya critique actually, ano siya, negative remark na siya. That's when you what? Am I lagging? Am I lagging? But you can hear me, right? Hello?
Okay,
Okay,
so maririnig
anyway.
naman yung audio niya. That's a great news. Pero
That's just not.
Jill, you there? Jill. Anyway, okay, Bill, how about you, Billy?
My training in agency life as a creative, it's it makes you strong. That's what trained me to take in criticism in music. Pag music, no problem. Pero the thing with being a musician in the Philippines in particular is that a lot of people parang secondary lang yung music, pero mas tinitingnan nila for some reason yung itsura naming mga musicians. I don't get it. It's not even related to what we play or whatever. Pero most of the negative comments about me is because of the way I look. So it's so hard to be a musician, especially a female musician in the Philippines, because they won't care if you're good at bass. What they're gonna look at is if you're pretty or skinny or ganyan. So yeah, medyo masakit pa rin siya every now and then, syempre. Kasi parang, bakit pa ako nag-practice ng music ko if you're just gonna tell me, like, hey, why do you look like a whale? Ganun yung mga comments nila sa YouTube. Tapos parang, ouch. Pero eventually, as Jill and Kelly said, you get stronger. You just ignore it. You just
just
think
What
you
doesn't
did
kill you
alone.
makes you stronger.
Right.
Yon. Yon.
I'm on YouTube. Inisip ko na lang, I'm on YouTube. Where's your
Okay.
video?
Okay. Pero feeling ko, do you guys actually think na it comes with yung path that you guys chose? Or do you think na madami lang evil people out there? Kasi one of the things din na we figured out with our research is a lot of people are saying na it's more painful when it's arts kasi 'di ba it's a part of you, 'di ba? Parang yung ginawa mo, it's a part of your craft and your talent. So do you think it's more of like ganun talaga yung world na yun where you guys do your craft, or is it more parang madami lang talagang papansin out there?
It's best of both worlds. I think both.
Mhm. Mhm.
May mga taong bored lang talaga. As in, yung life
May
nila.
masyado lang. May masyado
Diba?
lang. Diba?
Mema lang sila.
Comment
Ingit
lang
lang.
sila. Comment lang sila. Tapos may one time nga, may nakita kaming negative comment. Tapos when we checked all the other videos in that channel, siya din, nagko-comment siya ng negative sa lahat. So parang, whether those kinds of people.
I think those people are like ano lang, parang they comment to make themselves feel better. I think because they don't have it. they, or like I mean like they here basta they're jealous. Ganun sila.
For sure. Yeah.
That's
And I so for you guys, like what would you, if this was an open message, right? To all your critics out there, like what would you say? Like in a like mabilis lang. Like kasi kung kunyari ako parang actually, never mind. Hindi ako sikat enough to even think about this stuff. But okay, anyway, for you guys, what would you say?
Future haters.
Ha? Ano future haters?
Anyone
Wala
on social
nga,
media can have haters now. Okay, so give
Oh,
your
okay.
message also.
Anyone has one.
Weird. Hindi, kayo na lang.
una.
Feeling ko talaga kayo na lang. Parang ako weird Parang, like, feeling ko yung mga viewers, parang, sino ba to? Like, okay. But anyway, sige, kayo, like, what would you say to your favorite haters, critics? Yo.
Ako like ako if you think English. If you think um well actually ito yung response ko all the time like now because if they say na if my work is ugly, I say well good because it's really meant to look ugly. Gets? So at least it I mean if you knew how my works look like, they're really funny looking and ugly. So for me responding that way, I feel like nababarado din sila in a way. Well, I don't want to think that I have haters, diba? But then I feel like it's just a smart way to respond to them. I'm not like accepting. Wait, no. How do you say it? Basta mature siya. Hindi siya like pangit mo. Parang gawin pangit.
Mature siya.
Gawin pangit.
Okay. Gets. Okay, so, Kelly, ikaw.
Ako para sa akin, bakit mo kasi ako pinapanood? Ako kasi pinindot. Sorry na, pero masaya ako sa ginagawa ko
So parang so parang take mo lang is parang gay ingat. Parang pag nag-criticize gay. Okay.
Sorry na,
Ganun.
pero
Okay, sige. I don't know why Kelly's like super shy about this. Like she's on camera all the time. Like as in, okay, sige. Nagmask talaga. How about you, Billie?
Thank you kasi nag-contribute ka pa rin ng play dun sa videos or nag-contribute ka pa rin
diba? Yun na nga
dun
I love
sa
it. I love
Spotify
it.
namin. For you to have an opinion. So, thank you for giving us engagement and reach.
Okay. Okay.
Mature.
So to my future critics out there,
Yes.
go lang. Para make me feel joke lang. Anyway, okay.
Go do it.
No, next question. Wala. Wala. Wala
Meron
yan.
yan.
Feeling ko nga kayong tatlo. I doubted nga if the three of you have like super damning critics. Is that, what do you think? Like,
Ako ang
madami
haters ko,
ba?
anong sinasabi nila? Ang OA ko daw.
Ano?
Which is
Ang
actually
OA
a
mo daw?
compliment for
Galing
me.
mo nga eh. Galing.
Gusto ko nga yun eh, ang OA ko daw. So, mag-thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yung next question ko, ito. For ano naman, for, hindi naman haters nyo. Oo nga eh. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so hindi naman haters nyo. Mga supporters nyo naman. Like, so syempre, I'm in college and a lot of people who watch this podcast, like we're all in college, right? So, for someone who wants to take that, parang that leap, parang ganun, na parang to take, like what you were saying, Billy, na parang hindi mo siya course. You get me? Like, or even for you, Kelly, na parang, like, how is that whole thing na parang telling your mom or telling your dad or like telling your family or friend na parang, okay, I'm gonna go YouTube. So, how did you guys muster up the courage to, alam mo yan, just go for your dreams and stuff? Hindi ko that's a good question kasi madaming, lalo na ngayon, di ba, na quarantine, ang dami nagtatry ng stuff pero parang hesitant kasi parang alam mo yun. So, what do you guys, anong tip mo bibigay niyo to those people?
Well, it's not easy to say just go for it because maraming outside factors that may not make it easy for you to get there. But like if there's a will, there's a way, I guess, in terms of passion projects. For example, me, my parents are supportive naman with the music. It's just that, syempre, reality bites when you graduate, you move out of your parents' house. You have a lot of bills and expenses, and sometimes your career path that you want does not give you that big of a return, and you have to compromise also and look for other means of living. So perseverance will get you there. Also, ask help from people. You'll be able to find a lot of people who would be more than willing to help you get to wherever you want to go. Without those people, probably I wouldn't be where I am. So both my day job and my band, it's really a whole village of people who helped me get where we are.
Okay.
Copy-paste. I was
Copy paste? Wow. Copy paste talaga? Ano nga, like ikaw Kelly, meron ka ba ano? Go.
Go talaga. Go for it talaga. Pero ang hirap naman talaga sabihin, di ba? Kasi, ang laki. Sobrang laki ng competition mo. Buong mundo right now, di ba? Pero para sa akin, pag magsa-start ka, yung iba kasing tao, gusto mag-focus agad sa numbers. Parang madi-discourage sila sa feedback sa early stages, which is wrong. Na talagang gawin mo muna yung gusto mong ipakita bago ka malungkot. Para gano'n. Improve ka lang na improve every step of the way. And results will...
Okay. Okay, so, Jill, just yung question nga is like, for you, parang how do you take that leap, di ba? From school and then like saying na parang, okay, I'm gonna chase yung dreams ko, like, regardless, di ba, kung, alam mo, madami nga nagsasabi, if, di ba, you work in an agency, right? Tapos, like, you do a lot of freelance stuff. So, question ko lang is, how do you take that leap forward? Kasi especially for us, like, let's say, di ba, I study management, right? Or like, a lot of people study yung mga normal courses. So,
Yeah.
So baka scary yun for people like us na parang, oh my gosh, no. Like, I'm just in college to get a desk job na stable every month, may ganun. So like, for you, how do you take that leap forward?
First, copy and paste din, diba? But to add, lower your expectations first. And never compare yourself to other people. Because I mean, I was like that then before, like graduating. I said, okay, I want to be this. I want to be like her, like him. But then you have to know that yung journey ng taong yon. Basta parang you don't know that person's journey. Of course, parang he also went through the same things as you did, as you are presently or there. Um, um, so like keep your feet on the ground. Parang remember that everyone starts somewhere, but also the road, the journey that I took was like I didn't take that leap first. Yung parang I want to go full time freelancing, full time artist, whatever. Because I wanted to make sure first that it was the road that I wanted to take. So what I did was I took first design, which was something I knew that I didn't really want. So like parang in a relationship, 'di ba? You kind of know.
Wow.
You kind
Wow.
of know when someone is special or someone is important to you if you're far apart,
Uh-huh.
'di ba?
Wow.
So parang ganun yung nangyari sa akin. So parang 2 years nag-design muna ako. And then that's when I realized it's not me. Wow, it's not me. It's not what I love. So when yung 2 years na yun, that's when I yung time na ginawa ko yung parang yung freelancing ko with my full-time job to earn money din para may pera din para pag when I'm ready to jump at least you have some thing to parang may foundation ka na, I guess, because it's not a joke to just go for it. Basta ganon. Gets ba?
Agree yung last part, especially yung taking a leap, hindi siya joke. Trinay ko yun dati. Sige, freelance ako, full-time music. Para, nagugutom na ako. Kailangan ko na
okay. So
yeah.
Okay, so okay. Yung next questions natin, yung next set of questions is really like some quirky questions lang for yung mga thousands if not millions of fans nyo out there. We'll get to know you more, 'di ba? As in like, pero we didn't want it to seem so BuzzFeed stuff like ano flavor ng peanut butter favorite mo. So medyo mas related pa rin naman siya in helping college students, right? So pero specific na to. So like I have specific people. Okay, number 1, K Billie, right? Which OPM bands, aside from your own band, like would you recommend for someone na like is getting into OPM pa lang?
Original Pinoy OPM music. Ang dami kasi. So you just, I would recommend you go to the Flamingo page on Spotify. Below that, may isang playlist doon. Tapos it's like 150 of our favorite original OPM Pinoy music tracks to get you started. So yeah, just go there.
Pero play muna. Play muna yung Spotify, di ba? Ng Flamingo.
Hindi, okay lang yun. Tapos kami ng songs namin doon.
Sila pala yung 149.
So hindi pala 150, no? 138 lang. So yeah. Okay. Ayun, punta na lang kayo doon. Flamingo Spotify. Below it, yung mga playlist, meron doon 100 plus artists that we highly recommend.
That's cool. Next. Kelly naman. Kunyari ako, 'di ba? Ako.
Yes.
Hindi ako kasing lakas kumain mo. Pero let's say lang gusto ko mag-start ng like YouTube channel, mamumukbang ba yan o kahit ano. Sinong YouTuber ang re-recommend mo sa akin para maging parang mentor peg ko? Aside from Kelly Cruz, Hindi, kahit ano, basta YouTube, girl. Basta YouTube. Oo. Yun. Oo. Bakit ka nahihiya? Parang sino ba yung idol mo? Sino ba yan? Ano? Sino yung idol mo na YouTuber? Wala talaga? Hindi ka nanonood ng YouTube?
International yung artists, vloggers yung pinapanood ko recently. Ngayong quarantine lang nanood.
Hindi, kaya nga, sino nga? Nag-post pa. Okay. Ha? Sino? Nag-iisip siya random. Okay, so, okay. So si Kelly Cruz, culture po yan. Hindi po siya nanonood ng YouTube, sabi niya. How about, okay. So, okay, for Jill naman, medyo same question-ish, pero parang kasi ako pag like pag ako gusto ko ng inspiration about like illustration, Jill Arteche kasi yung first kong tinatype eh. Pero si Jill Arteche, sino una niyang tinatype kung kailangan niya ng inspiration creatively?
Oh my God.
Like,
Ano
sila
dun
Jappy Lemon ba?
Ay, best friend ko yan.
Talaga? Oh, that's cool. Wow.
And then, nung classmates kami sa New York. So, naging best friends kami doon.
Wow.
Shout out kay Jappy.
Okay.
But like, so yeah, okay, fine, si Jappy. Pero, international din minsan kasi, okay lang ba international?
Okay lang.
Sorry.
Di ba nga, universe nga, shinout out natin nung start eh. Okay lang yung international.
Amber Victoria. Si Amber.
Amber
Victoria. Yun, basta.
Okay,
Basta
sige.
Yun.
O yan na, to everyone na, alam nyo na. So mag-search kayo. Okay, mag-search kayo. One, you go to Billie's Spotify account and then you look for the playlist kay Jill, like Amber
Wala ko
Victoria.
ambag.
Si Kelly, sabi niya, wag daw kayo, kung gusto niyo maging YouTuber, kung gusto niyo almost 1 million subscribers, kailangan true to yourself lang. Okay. So, okay. Meron ako next question. Ito weird Ito for Kelly to. Ano ba talaga? Is it YouTube or YouTube? Kasi sa DR95, nag-aaway na kami about this eh. Is it
YouTube.
YouTube ka? Tube? As in like, YouTube.
Hirap kaya sabihin ng YouTube.
Hindi ko nasanay lang tayo YouTube.
YouTube. Ako YouTube.
Oh, teka mo. Ngayon, So, wait lang. Okay, sige. So, nakikita ko ngayon yung chat ng DR95 team. Parang sobrang happy sila. Kahit alam na nila na walang tamang sagot. But anyway, sige. For Jill, may question ako. Specific question again. If I'm first day designer, right? First day designer. Anong application should I download or master first? Photoshop or Illustrator?
Photoshop.
Why? What? Why? But you're an illustrator. Wait, why? What? Technically, you're design, but like a lot of your Instagram, di ba parang illustration siya?
No. I mean, yeah. Pero lahat ng works ko actually are made from Photoshop. I've never used Illustrator. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. No, kasi Illustrator is for vector works. So they're mostly used for logos or like big illustrations. Basta yun, mga ganun. Vector work. But then if you really just want to draw freehand with a tablet, Photoshop. So I feel like as a designer, you have to know first the basic, which is really Photoshop. Kasi lahat ng things are in Photoshop already. So drawing, design, yan, photo editing. So yeah, Photoshop.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's cool. Maka-download nga mamaya. Okay, Billie, question for you. Okay, ito. Medyo mas specific siya. Hindi siya related to music. But since nga you guys like are doing branding stuff, right? Like, so you're in that line of the creative industry, di ba? Yeah. Branding.
Yep.
What can you say? Okay, so two-parter question to. One is, what is your definition of branding? Kasi actually, I read a book na from Martin Neumer. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Martin Neumer. Basta he wrote a book and he said na there are 1,000 ways to explain what branding is.
Yes. Marami talaga siya. Iba-iba siya. Even different agencies define it differently. But for me personally, and I do not represent my company, ano siya, it's what people think of you. It's what people, it's mostly what people think of you. So if your product, say, is ano ba? Coca-Cola, what do you guys think?
Open happiness.
Oh, diba? That's their brand.
Yeah.
That's their brand positioning. They're positioned to make you happy. So it's really, I think for me, branding is what people think of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. Kasi
sige,
yeah, go. Go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Ako to add, Kasi I remember someone asked me for my job interview what branding is to me. So, for me, branding is more than just parang yung look, like the logo and how people look at it. It's also like it's the message of the brand. So it's the look and the message. I don't know. That's my answer. Hindi ako kinuha.
Hindi siya pwedeng logo lang, correct. Kasi kapag logo lang siya, tas wala siya ng message or it doesn't stand for anything that you're making or your product. Because remember, brand comes from product. If you have a bad product and you have good branding, it's not gonna work.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So, actually, that's a very, very good point. So, yung question ko naman is relating branding now to yung mga stuff that you guys do, right? Can you say that is branding like an art form? Like, let's say your Instagram, Jill, or yung music niyo, Billie, or yung account mo sa YouTube, Kelly, or mga mukbang mo. Do you think that in terms of art naman, your branding just manifests from who you are? Or do you think it's something you have to build talaga? Like you have to consciously be building? Like how your viewers looking? Yeah. Sige, anyone can put... Actually, that's
Sa'kin,
like a...
actually,
Yeah,
they
go.
made it for me na biglang may mga labels na sila sa akin na they suddenly called me the mukbang princess or the peanut butter.
Yun! Mukbang princess!
Sa akin, parang hindi ako na-inform. So, parang sila yung nagbigay ng brand sa akin. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Well, diba, what people think of you.
Yeah, galing.
Okay.
So, I think it's both. It's both you work on your branding and it just comes naturally. So, when we talk to our manager, he always tells us na people who are in the artsy side tend to like us. So we're more marketable to mga mas exploratory people in music. When we didn't really target that, like hindi namin siya brand na, kami yung weirdos ng music. No, we didn't do that. But then, working from that product that people see, we already worked on parang yung visuals namin, lagi siyang baliw. So, feeling ko nga bagay yung artwork ni Jill sa mga gawa naming songs. Tapos, collab, charot.
Yun naman pala. May mga connections na pala na build. Okay, anyway.
Tapos yun. So that's one. We have weird visuals in all our projects. Tapos, yeah, yun. Ganon siya. It's both. On it and yeah.
Oh, yan na, guys. So Coca-Cola na nagka-shoutout kayo sa amin. Baka naman gusto niyo mag-sponsor. Baka naman. Okay? Anyway, okay. So we'll play a game. Last na to. And then we have let's play a game and then after nun, it's like 1 or 2 more questions and then we're done. Right? So we'll make you guys ask a question to another guest. Wow.
Ooh.
So okay, so
Cool.
so we played a roulette here sa Telegram namin and like so do you guys want to go okay, kayo na lang magsabi. Clockwise or counterclockwise based from my screen?
Counter.
Counter.
That's no way difference.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Counter
Okay.
lang din, yes.
Okay, sige. Okay, di ko alam ba't pinaisip ko pa kayo. Sige. Okay, anyway. Okay, sige. So first up, Jill, do you have a question for Miss Kelly? Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lolo yan, Kelly.
No, because I watch her stuff. I actually encountered you first from parang I think you know my friend. Kasi magic buckets before and you were eating it. I think like one of the first few videos. So yeah, and ever since I've been watching. So like basically my question is how does your stomach contain everything?
Oo nga.
Same question.
Ano ba?
Sa sarili ko,
good.
pag in-edit ko na, parang ano ginagawa ko? Nagugulat din ako sa sarili ko.
Pero
So,
like,
Alam mo, trivia sa videos ko, after ko magmukbang, after nung meal ko, after ko i-off yung camera, kukuha pa ako ng pagkain. Pagda-dessert pa ako.
Wow!
Sagara.
Pero may follow-up question. Bawal.
Pwede. Pwede, go lang.
Okay. So parang kala mo na-discover na kaya pala nun. Kaya mo pala gawin yun.
Hindi, kasi matakaw talaga kami sa pamilya. Kaya parang pag yung pamilya ko nanonood, parang normal lang sa kanila na okay, matakaw si Kelly. Pero yung mga
Oh my
tao,
God. Ang galing.
Parang sayang
Ang galing.
bumisita dyan sa bahay na yan.
magastos.
Okay,
Ang galing.
next. We have
Thank you.
Kelly, do you have a question for Billie?
Uh,
Alo, na siya bigla to si Kelly. Sobrang... Ano to? Okay. Yeah, go.
um,
Ano ba yung tanong?
ba? Kung hindi, parang balak mo ba maging forever yung sa music? Parang hanggang pagtanda?
Good question. Good question.
Thank you for that wonderful question.
Ayun, pang beauty pageant na pala mga question natin. Yeah, go.
Feeling ko music never ends. You can do it even if it's not a job. So that's something that's ano. Unlike if I'm making ads, hindi ko siya magagawa ng trabaho. Ba't ako gagawa ng ad? So,
Trip lang.
yeah.
Okay. So obviously, Billie, do you have a question for Jill? Yan na.
Kala ko for you.
Yes.
Anong for me? Bakit ako nasama? Wala, alam mo, pag inedit namin to, dapat isang maliit na box lang ako sa pinakatuktok na maliit. Okay, go. Billie, do you have a question for Jill?
What was the most challenging corporate client that you handled as an illustrator?
Yun!
Pwede mo mag-name?
No,
Don't
don't
name
try to
drop.
don't name. Siguro like yung experience.
Please don't.
Kasi,
Please don't.
diba, I know that a lot of kids out there are illustrators, and syempre when they draw, they feel that when they have clients, kailangan respect my work, it's my style, parang gano'n. But like, syempre, in corporate, you'd have to adjust a little bit to what they want. So what was the most difficult thing that you had to go through as an illustrator corporate client?
Okay. Meron na. Okay. So, hindi naman siya actually bad.
Don't drop names. Kasi
Yeah, okay. I
papagalitan
won't
kami.
drop. Pero obvious na siya. Pero hindi siya like bad. Hindi siya bad. So, okay lang. It was when I had to create a children's book. So, so I did that last year. For me, really difficult siya. Wait, consider ba to corporate? Project. It was a project.
For a brand? Yeah, okay.
So it was hard for me because my style is not really like children appropriate. So parang it was one of the hardest challenges for me because I had to make animals also. So the book is actually about marine life. It's called Bayan ng Basura. So parang for that book, I had to make animals and I had to not make them look scary. And I don't draw animals kasi I like to draw people. So mahirap. It was a really, really hard experience, difficult experience. I was in New York by that time when I was making it. So parang the time made it really difficult for me. So I guess that was the most difficult for me in terms of like my style and my time as a whole. But it was wonderful. So if they're listening, it was a wonderful experience.
So how are you able to manage yung yun? Right, then,
May follow up.
Ako yung interviewer na. Ako na yung host. Guys, welcome to...
Hindi guys.
Bye, Kyle.
Go lang. Ang ganda nga ng questions eh. Research team, galingan naman natin next time sa mga tanong. Napapanis tayo here. Billie, sige. Follow up.
So, how are you able to manage yung stress of having to learn a new skill of making animals not look scary and at the same time, yung expectations ng client mo?
Grabe. Oh, okay. Go.
It was like, paano ba? You keep presenting them different styles. So parang, an advice would be like, you look into other books, other children's books. if that's the project, you look into other resources, other material, and then you kind of get inspired from that, and then you could apply it to your work, and then you could present it to them, and then they're gonna tell you what they like or what they don't like, and then yeah, it's basically like retain and take out until they settle for something. So yun, that's the different. That's the hard part because you don't want your own style to be like totally gone.
Mhm.
So you kind of need to find that balance. So yun. It could be like in the color. Kung wala sa form, it could be like in the color or yeah, other aspects. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. That was a cool game. Okay. Can I just say, like siguro mga 15 seconds bago ko pinagawa yun, naisip. Anyway, so, for the last two questions, and like, super thank you dun sa questions na binigay ninyo. It was super insightful stuff. Okay, last two questions. May point naman kasi kung bakit iba-iba yung industries ng pinili naming guests. And like, swerte na lang kami na we got like really great people. Like, super thank you talaga. Pero siguro to close out the show na lang for everyone in terms of design, in terms of music, in terms of YouTube and all that, yung ganon, in your specific fields, can you guys give a very specific tip on how to start for college people now during COVID? Kasi may kasamang ganun. Like, so, kasi I want to be a, joke lang. Anyway, wala. I don't want to be anything. Okay, anyway, so meron ba kayong tips on how we can start now? Sige, go lang.
Oh, ako
Mm.
like what I said, make passion projects. Because you have all the time right now. It's the perfect time to make something from your own idea. So parang for me, it was like I started painting on shoes,
Mm.
and basta do stuff that you've always wanted to do because
Mm.
now you have the time. So it's not an excuse. Yun.
Huh? Okay, that's cool. Okay, pero
Yeah.
follow-up question. Sorry. As in
Yeah.
like, ano to? Do you suggest na i-post mo na kaagad lahat? Or like, do you share it kaagad? Or like, do you just do it for the practice of it all?
For me, my advice is you just if you don't want, it depends on the person then kasi.
Mm.
But for me, sharing is important. You can't just keep it to yourself. So for me, if you don't want to share it at least to a few friends, so at least they can give critique. But then for me talaga, if you want to pursue art or design or illustration, it's important, or whatever art, you need to make an Instagram account because or yeah, Instagram actually is very important now. Besides, you need to expose yourself, and if you're afraid of criticism, it's part of it. Yeah, but it's just there's a need now to expose yourself. Yeah, that's just for me. Yeah.
Okay. yeah. Okay, sige. Billy, how about you? Like, for music now?
I think the quarantine was the perfect time for people to migrate online. A lot of
Mhm.
musicians are like making new ways of being present online. So if you're a beginner or like you're starting out your career in music, I suggest that you join the communities that are present online. So I know that sila sila Sab, Magalaw na kunwari,
Mm.
they have a Discord channel na. So you can reach out to your favorite music people. We have a Discord channel also, and other musicians have Discord channels, Facebook groups, and other groups that you can join so that you can reach out and join the community and learn from people as at the same time. I mean, on top of learning the actual making of music, you can expand your horizons so easily now because everyone's online and it's direct contact. Hindi ka na maghihirap na pumila ng sobrang haba para makahanap ng opportunity to talk to your idols. And they're just they're one click away. So, yeah,
I agree.
reach out.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Now it's really
Okay,
the perfect time.
sige.
Kasi wala na talagang pupigil sa'yo. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihing busy ka or may pupuntahan ka, di ba? Parang dagdagan mo pa yung sinuscroll ng mga tao sa bahay. Kaya, just do it. Ang dami-daming platform din ngayon, di ba? dumagdag pa yung TikTok, which is time-consuming, pero pero kaya mo i-share kahit anong craft doon, di ba? Pwede sumayaw, mga meme, music, art, cooking, anything really. So, just do it.
Well, daming, okay, anyway, sige. Okay, sorry. Nag-promise ako na yun na yung last question. Pero sumasabog kasi ngayon yung Telegram namin eh. Like, ang daming tanong. Meron lang, pwede ba magsingit lang ng mga little questions, para din masulit natin. Kasi hindi na namin kayo makuha ulit. How do you deal with creative block? Or at least burnout? Like yung mga ganong stuff. Like creative block, creative burnout. How do you deal with something like that? Or nagkaganon na ba kayo? Ever?
Right now.
Right now? Right now?
To be honest, oo.
Talaga? Okay, so So, ikaw ba, Billy, naka-creative block? Creative burnout ka ba right now?
Not right now. It's in music, it's bursts. I make a lot in one go and then titigil. So, tas hihintayin ko siya. Tas I'll make another batch in one go. Parang ganun.
Okay. So, for you, Jill and Kelly, you guys are in a burnout right now?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a creative block. Pero, ngayon lang kasi kasi sinabay ko kasi yung vlogging with my last year in college, diba? Which was, kung alam mo naman yung course ko, puro presentation, graduating, daming binabasa, tapos pag-uwi, mag-fail, mag-edit. So, ngayon lang talaga ako nagka-time to rest. So, sinusulit ko lang, but I'll be back for sure. Hindi naman creative block. Kasi marami pa naman ako ideas ready for my channel.
But
How about
to
you,
solve
Jill?
that...
Go, Billy.
Because your question was to solve. The question was to solve creative block, di ba? I think it's not forcing yourself to make something. I think that's just going to contribute to burning out. Maybe spend that time that you can't make anything by like absorbing what others make. Yeah, that's my advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ako naman, like, I'm not really sure if it's like a creative block, that it's more of like anxiety. Like, I'm sure, like, you can't help it because of everything that's been happening right now. Parang it's so uncertain. So that kind of makes me unproductive. But the way I deal with it is right now, by baking. You kind of like have to find a different way to channel that negativity and that unproductivity. So right now, like, I bake whatever. So yon. And then pag napagod ka na sa being lazy or like unproductive, that's when you kind of like have that push na parang, oh, okay, ito na, kaya ko na ulit. Parang ganon. So yeah, so I feel like my advice is to just find time to rest and find other things you love to do. Yeah, it can't just all be about like work. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so last, if you're in the midst of things, right? Like, kunyari, Kelly, is eating so much like potato corner and all, and tuloy-tuloy na video, and si Jill is done baking, and si Billy andun siya sa spurts of things. How do you, is it like a thing na sobrang ultra focus ka lang, or nakakagawa pa ba kayo ng ibang stuff when you're in the highs of your doing what you love? Kasi I noticed, like, lalo na when I meet like really, really creative people, pag they get into a project, or they're like, yun nga, like what Billy said na yung spurt, talagang hindi mo sila makakausap. Like, hindi ka pinapansin, as in they're, so, yeah, so can you guys like speak on that? Like, ganun ba talaga, lalo pag creative, talagang super ultra focus dun sa spurt? Yes, go, Billy. Hindi. Ikaw hindi. Talaga, like, you can still do other stuff. Okay. Ikaw, Kelly, like ikaw, sa dami ng kinakain.
I just want it done, na talagang ma-edit agad, ma-post, gano'n. Depende din kasi pag may client na ang daming...
I
Okay,
think it's
ikaw.
ano,
Iba-iba siya.
Yeah,
Depends per
Oo,
person.
iba-iba sa freedom ko din dun sa ilalabas kong thing.
yeah,
Okay.
tama si Kelly, yung urgency, parang kailangan mo
Mm.
i-prioritize, parang if this thing is like needed tomorrow, that's when I.
Yeah,
Pero
ganun.
yeah, you have to remember your family and friends. You have to
Yeah.
spend time with other people.
Okay. So, as the greatest segue in YouTube history, tama sila. I think that's what we learned the most this entire episode na iba-iba talaga, especially in the creative like world, in that industry, like doing what you love. Talagang iba-iba for everyone. So, it's nice that you guys were able to share yung mga insights on how to weave through it, like, practicing your craft and like in different perspectives and different platforms pa, different crafts, which is amazing. So, for like the last time on Discussion Room 95, do you guys have any shout outs? Like, do you guys wanna say hi to people? Like anything lang. Like, take the mic, please. Go. Sobrang cringe.
Shout out.
Okay, anyway. Okay, go.
Ako,
Anyone?
shout out ako sa 14 participants dito.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Kayo, Jill, Billy, do you have any specific shout outs or messages to anyone out there?
Mm, to the whole
On the spot.
Philippines.
The whole
Stay
Philippines.
strong.
Okay. Stay
Kapit
strong.
lang.
Okay,
Alcohol.
And to
Tama.
Discussion Room 95.
Yun! Yun!
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sige. So, thank you everyone. Thank you Kelly, Billy, and Jill for like super guests. As in like, you guys talaga are yung first like main guests namin. So, it was a big deal for us na like, alam mo, when we sent out like invites, tas yung mga bumalik sa akin, oh my gosh, these are just sobrang big names. What are it? Tas like, nagka-panic na. It's like, oh, Kylie ko mag-host. Like, what? Okay, anyway. So, thank you so much. We learned so much in a lot of ways din kasi in our org and even in our school, specifically in sa amin sa Discussion Room 95, madami din sa amin like, we have a lot of mga music producers because we make our own music for our videos or like mga videographers and mga artists and like we have hosts then that like have to go in front of the camera. So I think we learned a lot then as a group. So super thank you to everyone talaga. And to everyone who watched na umabot dito sa dulo, thank you for watching and like please continue to support all these wonderful people in the future in all that they do. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
You. Wash your hands. Stay safe.